Reading, writing, and arithmetic, the 3 R's? Not sure that really works anymore, but we are here with Kristen Harper of the Community Learning Center in Clearwater, Florida. Kristen, thank you for taking some time to talk with me today. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So real quick, why don't we start with what is the Community Learning Center real quick, a sentence or two.
We are a tutoring center. We work with students of all ages and all subjects. And we also are a new private school that caters to lower income students. The school is only 3 years old. Tutoring is, we're in our 21st year now.
By golly, that means they're probably pretty good at what they do.
Yeah.
They've been around that long.
Yeah, we get results,
Yeah.
for sure.
And so how did you come to be here? Tell us a little about yourself and your journey.
I was working at Big Brothers Big Sisters and helping my mentors work with their littles. And a lot of the mentors were going into the schools, and they found that tutoring really should be part of the mentoring program because the kids were all academically behind. So I met Holly Haggerty, who's the founder of Community Learning Center, and she actually introduced me to a really good tutoring program, and I was able to incorporate that into the mentoring program. And it just blossomed from there. So I've actually been here 17 out of our 21 years.
So you are well established in what's going on around here.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel pretty okay.
So what inspired you personally originally to work with children and try to help them better their education, it seems like? And if that's an incorrect statement, you can tell me I'm wrong.
No, that is totally correct. Actually, as a kid, even I loved babysitting, and it just grew from there. I always knew I wanted to work with children, and I've always had a passion for education. I have a mom who was an elementary school teacher, and so I grew up learning the correct way to educate kids through mom.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So 21 years as a tutoring, but only 3 years as a school. So what brought on the changes to go from just a tutoring center to a full-time school for some people?
We found that it was not a good use of the building to have it empty all day while kids were in school and just start up tutoring at 3 o'clock every afternoon. However, the only option we had in the past was to open a charter, but we didn't really like the curriculum they were using. We found it wasn't as effective as what we were using in our tutoring programs. So it would be a failed idea to
Right.
have a school where you have to use curriculum that's mandated by the state.
Yeah.
But when we found out about Step Up for Students, we realized we could have a private school that caters to kids who don't have money for private school. And they could come here and we could use our curriculum, we could get the same results, and voila, that's how we worked. So we're 3 years in now, and next year we're projected to have about 45-50 kids in our school.
Nice.
In our tutoring programs, we're serving about 200 to 250 kids. So.
All right. I was curious, what was the capacity and type of things for learning, and
Yeah, there's no max number for tutoring.
Okay.
The school, however, we max out at 60, so we're getting close to needing a bigger building.
Sure. And so the school, I believe you did say it before, but just so I got it correct in my head, you said all ages, all grade levels, or?
No, the school
No.
is limited to kindergarten through 6th grade.
Okay.
We, however, have a few 6th graders that want to stay, so the latest we can go into the school program is 8th grade. We just don't have the ability to do high school or transcripts. But we are allowing, we have a small middle school group that will be here next year, so.
Cool.
Yeah.
So as a tutoring center in a private school, is there any type of misconceptions or myths that some people may have had that have asked you questions that you've heard in the past that it'd be easy to clear up for them right now?
Not about the actual tutoring itself, but we do have myths that parents are told all the time about their kids. Most of it is that the child can't learn, or that they have ADHD,
Right.
ADD, the whole list of, mental illness.
Yeah.
And we find that most of the time it really stems from nutrition not being in, exercise not being in, and also they're running into huge barriers to study. So they're spinning in the classroom. And if you don't understand what you're working on, you tend to want to do everything but study, and that creates a distraction in the classroom, and quite often that gets stamped as ADHD, where we found if you remove the kid from that environment, fix up their nutrition, exercise, and get them studying properly, poof, the mental illness is gone. So.
Yeah. And just so you know, for myself, as possibly a controversial statement to anybody who's listening, I totally believe what she's saying, that for most people, or maybe many people, the young kids, when they don't have enough access to physical activity, and when they're pumped full of too much sugar and processed foods, that all that plays into all the stuff that current general society calls the ADD, ADHD, and stuff like that. Because I kind of think it's just being human. But then when you take being human and stick them in a box and say, don't move for 6 hours, little Bobby, that tends to create issues sometimes. But that's just me. And maybe I'm wrong, but maybe I'm not.
I absolutely agree with you.
So, are there any, I like to ask the interviews, about quotes. Is there any specific quotes that you like to share with people, or something a quote that you say all the time, or one that inspires you from somebody else?
Well, one I say pretty often, and I say it in a joking way because I help with fundraising around here as well, is be a fountain, not a drain. And I really like that as far as the fundraising is concerned. But as far as the kids go, my favorite quote is, every child is gifted, they just unwrap their packages at different times.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it really does. Again, we're not all the same cookie coming out of the same cutter. So I totally, I appreciate that kind of thought philosophy on it.
Yeah. Yeah, everything we do here in the school and tutoring and even in our homework help programs is customized to fit the child's needs, because we found no two students learn exactly the same. No two students have the same needs. So you have to figure out exactly what kind of package they need.
Right.
And you satisfy the problem, you solve the problem by addressing what that individual student needs. And that's how our tutors are trained, that's how our teachers are trained, and we're very one-on-one here. So.
That's great. So now you mentioned Step Up for Students, and I believe that's on a banner outside that I see possibly as well. So can you tell us a little bit about what that is and how it helps you?
Step Up for Students is a Florida scholarship program. They serviced, I think, 90 to 100,000 kids last year in the state of Florida. And they're basically fundraising through corporations, where the corporation gets the tax discount. They don't take any money from public schools, but then they divvy up the funding amongst families who need help to give students an opportunity to go to another school other than their zoned public school. And it's basically another option for kids who need a different kind of setting, who need a different kind of program.
Sure.
And it's resolving a lot of issues. There are also scholarships for kids who've been bullied, to help them get out of the school where they're having trouble and move into a different school, a different setting.
Nice.
Yeah.
So is it here at the Community Learning Center, is this also like a nonprofit organization as well?
Yes.
Okay, so if people wanted to donate directly to the school, is that a possibility?
Absolutely.
And how would they do that?
We have on our website at CLC Tutoring, there is a fundraising spot where you can sign up to be a monthly student sponsor. All of the money goes directly into our free tutoring programs and free homework help programs. You can click on whatever level per month you'd like to give and support as many students as you'd like.
That's awesome. So since you mentioned that there is a website, that's part of the questions I want to ask is, where can people find you both online and physically?
Physically, we're at 1411 North Fort Harrison Avenue in Clearwater. We're about a mile north of downtown Clearwater. The tutoring site, as I said, is clctutoring.com. And then we also have a separate website for the school, and it's clcacademics.com.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So if you are interested in helping out, promote the school and keep them up and running to help all the kids that are here, then definitely hit those up and check out their, I assume you have social media connected with that as well.
Absolutely.
So you guys can follow them there. And, if I'm speaking out of line, let me know, but probably come down and visit the school sometime, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Come on over. Totally fine.
So is there any last minute pieces, anything else that we didn't cover that you'd like to let everybody know about?
Just as far as the tutoring goes, we really do service everyone. We have our youngest student is 4 and learning ABCs. Our oldest student at the moment is 78 years old and he's learning biochemistry. So any subject that comes across our laps is really something that most of our tutors can help with. There are very few subjects that we don't cover, and we're open to anyone of any age. We also help with test prep. So if, teenagers need SAT and ACT help, we can do that, and there's a free program for that. We also help with college-aged kids. We have tutors who can help them with their college courses and college testing. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Just take advantage of it. Come
Yeah.
down, visit.
We're a one-stop shop for education.
Except music. You do have a music program too, or not?
Now we have a singing program.
Okay,
yeah.
so there's
Roxy
something.
Miller.
All right.
Yeah.
So I got the privilege one time, about 1.5 years ago maybe, I came down and did a little demonstration of the bass guitar for some of the students, and I had a lot of fun, and I think they did too. So.
Oh yeah, yeah. They want you back, actually.
Oh yeah. They love me.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Awesome. Kristen, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I appreciate this. One more time, what's the websites that they can go to?
Tutoring is clctutoring.com, and the school is at clcacademics.com. Also, we have the easiest phone number on the planet. If I could give that, that would be
Absolutely.
probably the easiest way, and then we can figure out whatever it is you need. 727-441-4444.
That is pretty simple.
Yeah.
727-441-4444.
That's right.
I already did. See, I came here like 10, 15 minutes and I'm already smarter.
That's what we do. And there's no charge for it.
All right, thanks. Enjoy. Go to the websites, get on their social media, subscribe, follow, and so you can keep up on what they're doing. Feel free, please, to come down and visit. And if you can make donations to help out the school and the students, please do so. And of course, like and subscribe so you keep up to date on all these videos from Elite Basics interviews and Elite Basic Digital Marketing. And we're going to help keep promoting awesome business owners and businesses doing amazing things.
Thank you.
Thank you.